Oh, okay, it's working now? Okay. Look, I'm gonna swap these out. It's 4:20, guys, and I'm extremely fucking high already. So we're just going to watch some really stupid videos and see what the fuck is up. Like, what the fuck is up, Kyle? The fuck is up, Kyle? Like, what the fuck is up, Kyle? Step the fuck up, Kyle. Stupid bitch. Fucking Kyle. Dumbass nigga. Alright, guys. Well, yeah. Now that we're actually better prepared, better suited for this shit, let's actually just sorry. Uh, all right. All right. Let's just search up stupid shit that'll get some someone mad. I don't know why we want to get mad, but let's just see what happens. Stupid shit that'll get someone mad, and it's a lot of Eminem. That's it's a lot of Eminem. What the fuck? Stop getting mad at stupid stuff. What if I want to get mad at stupid shit, nigga? Like, you can't tell me what the fuck I want, you stupid bitch. Like, if I want to get mad, I want to get mad. Give me something. I can't spell. ¿Qué pasó, Kika? That shit does look stupid. I'm not ready for that shit. What is that? Earth is not flat. I don't get mad. Don't give me don't give me mad. Cooling. Mods kill this guy. Alright, let's see this.
All right, Lee. Good work as always. But it seems we'll have to cut our training short today.
Oh, really? What's the matter, Guy Sensei?
We're being summoned for a mission to the Hidden Sand Village.
The Hidden Sand Village?
Yes, the Kazekage has been taken hostage by the Akatsuki, and we need to help Team Kakashi rescue him.
I see.
You seem bothered by something, Lee. What's the matter?
Guy Sensei, how exactly does this benefit the Hidden Leaf Village?
What do you mean?
Well, think about it. Why are we risking our shinobi and our resources on another village that has no allegiance to us?
No allegiance? Lee, the Hidden Sand is our greatest ally.
Greatest ally? But they attacked us 3 years ago.
Yes, but that was...
Alright, there we go. My bad. I'm just trying to make sure it's better for y'all. Because I'm pretty sure you guys were hearing that shit from my fucking microphone. That shit must have been AIDS, nigga. My bad.
Sensei's village master's brother? That was all propaganda from the Hokage. It was me, Guy Sensei.
And booty.
I would have killed Sasuke-san.
What the fuck? The fact that Lee went with someone from the Cloud Village despite everything he said about the Senju. I gotta hand it to you. You know your resource material a little too well. I don't know what happens, but okay. The devil's chosen people won't like this. The devil's chosen people. The devil doesn't exist. Jews were chosen by God. Jesus was Jewish. No, the up has it right. He never mentioned Jews. Drop an insult and see who picks it up. Huh, funny. Stop pretending like he wasn't his dog while whistling is a megaphone. Stop pretending he's wrong. I mean, he couldn't be less obvious. Dog whistles like noticing, and I don't think it was 6 million aren't exactly ambiguous. He literally starts talking about anti-Semitism influenced by Ninja Puhin. The number one liked comment is literally it's the Sand Jews. These don't refer to any group. Stop thinking you're smart just because you're pretending to ignore the obvious. Wow, there is just the Senjus. Senjus. I mean, that's kind of on him, right? I mean, I don't know, cause look, on one hand, he is kind of right on the whole ignoring thing, but he kind of attached himself to this, didn't he? I mean, I don't know. He never responded back. He just wrote this. He doesn't care. Who's this? No, he's who's the one arguing here? Who? Why are they? There's no argument. There's no argument. They're just talking. Literally, what's happening? There's no argument there. They're just talking. Here, let's actually search that up right now. What do people feel about Jews today for 2026? How anti-Semites think we act? People never try to argue with a hadistic Jew. They think that I don't know. I mean, it is. I mean, it religious religion is a religion. So when you religion, you religion. You get me? So like people are gonna be here and argue about how to express their religion, and I think it's kind of silly because you should just be glad that someone else is interested in your religion. I don't know. It kind of goes back to that whole thing with the Bible and with Jesus and with what was that nigga's name? Dave? No. What was that nigga's name? The one that actually made Christianity, like the one that made it, and that was like twisting up the meaning of the Bible. What was it? I forgot his name. Whatever. We're just gonna move on. Why the hate? Why people hate Jews? What does the Torah mean?
The Torah we use today is written the exact same way that Moses first wrote it over 3,000 years ago. A lot of people think that the word Torah means Bible, but actually in Hebrew it means instructions. The Torah we use
Instructions. That's crazy. It wasn't just Hitler. Why has the world hated Jews for more than 2000 years? The origin of anti-Semitic hatred. Anti-Semitic hatred. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, well, let's just look at it objectively, right? Cuz the Jews have done a lot of bad things. Well, we can't just deny that they haven't. They have, right? And I think part of that is just being able to move on, right? Because at this point, it's less that we hate them, and it's more that we're just repeating what the other person thinks, what the elite think, right? That's why that's why even this is a thing today. It's not so much that it's a real thing, like we all feel the same. It's more like it's just a loop that we're entertaining, that we're stuck in, right? And obviously in things like this, when there's hatred involved, usually it's both parties that are responsible. So it's like the world and the Jews are responsible for the hatred that they all have for each other, because in reality, what we see in Jews, we see in ourselves. It's just the truth, right? The Jews aren't evil. The Jews aren't good. The Jews are just the Jews. The same way we're just us. You know, we're just human in the end of the day. But since they're the most bold with their religion, I guess, people have a lot of feeling behind it because it's very close to something important to them, right? Religion is important to a lot of people. I think religion is stupid. I think you should just love God, fear God, love the devil, love death. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to love, nigga, just love it. You know, do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your fucking life, nigga. It's the same thing with all these fuckheads too. Like, if you want to be Jewish and be Jew and be a Jew, nigga, be Jewish and don't nobody fucking care. You know, right now, right now, you gotta be who you want to be. There's don't make that distinction of like, I'm part of this group, so I gotta act with the group. Nigga, be your own fucking person. Think for yourself. Don't even take anything I'm saying literally, bro. Literally, just take it, think about it, and reflect yourself on it, right? Because in the end of the day, nigga, we're all here, and all this infighting isn't gonna do anything. So, you know, if you want to focus on the fighting, go ahead. If you want to focus on the hatred, go ahead. But you're just gonna win to get more of that. So, you know, this is our world, but I'm living my life, nigga. You know, I'm living my world, nigga. So I'm not going to. No, I don't give a fuck about any of that other shit if it don't involve me. But it does involve me because the world is our issue. The world is our problem. The world is ours to help make better, and it starts with the individual. So you gotta help yourself in order to help out the world. If you're helping yourself out, if you wake up trying to do a little better every day, nigga, you're the thing making this world go around, bro. Just know that shit. Alright, let's see this.
Hey, what's up? What's up, bitch? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, word.
Yeah,
You like
word.
that? You
I
like what?
like poo poo.
What do you want? Say it again. You're changing what you say every time, but you like stick with the one thing. It's really hard to keep up with that. Bra time. Hey. Obviously not much.
Such a bitch.
I'm very nice. It's the callers that are mean. It's not me. I'm very nice. See, I'm being nice to you, aren't I? You like any? I can't really take requests. What do you want to hear? But we're gonna go to video right now. But what do you want to hear? Hurry up! Come on. What do you want? Come on, spit it out. What? God. No. Okay. Well, we're gonna go to Claire Quilty.
God, no. Alright, guys, we're actually going to play some Realm of the Matty God. Because I fucking love playing Realm of the Matty God, nigga. Yo, honestly, this game. Okay, guys, so let me actually tell you about this experiment that I'm working on. Where is my notebook? And it's loosely based on, it's based on the same principle behind the Gateway project, right? The Gateway tapes, where you're basically, because the Gateway tapes were very special in the sense that they were very like eye opening. You know, they showed you more about the universe and about your consciousness than anything else will ever will, right? And it's simply because it lets you experience it instead of just telling you about it. So, you know, it's guiding you through this experience within your own self, and it's just really fun, right? It was pretty cool. But the part I actually want to talk about it is we can actually use audio like that, right, to make us what? Fuck, I should have stayed there. Fucking stupid bitch. To make us what am I trying to say exactly? To make us, we can use audio and theta waves and gamma waves to put us in this trance, right? And then we can be in this room of just I want to call it the room of creation, right? Because you're basically in this place where everything you think about becomes instantaneous, and you're able to develop skills, develop your imagination, and you're able to experience the end, but seeing it through your mind. It's really weird, but I've already done an experiment with it, trying to reach that point. I reached it twice. The first time I was really high. The second time I was sober. So it's you can do it either or. But it's called look, and I'm calling it this. I'm calling it Thanos Tid. Thanos Stead, and it stands for transcending heaven's angels, nesting our strength towards evolution after development. So, and the main idea for this one is inspired by Super Saiyans, right? It's inspired from just like some anime shit, honestly. Like, how about how there's the concept, the phenomena of hysterical strength, right? So I was like, if hysterical strength is just you like facing death, this is how I put it. This is how I'm gonna put it. If it's you facing death, then if you're able to control yourself while in that state, you could probably hold that state a little longer. And then I was talking to ChatGPT about it. He was like, "You can't really do that." And it was giving me some fuck ass reason, telling me that it wouldn't work. But then we adjusted and we started looking at it differently, right? And instead of being like a Super Saiyan the whole time, we got to think about it like you're going Super Saiyan, right? So think about the recruiting the muscle fibers becomes more consistent instead of it becomes more consistent instead of why am I -3? Why? Fucking it becomes more consistent. You can use it more consistently. That's what we're training for. So I have like in my training, I've completely gone from just pure calisthenics to majorly isometrics. Overcoming isometrics and isometric training just in general because I'm trying to develop a strength that is more it's more usable strength, right? Because there's muscle, there's looking big, and then there's actual strength that you can use, right? That means like recruiting more muscle fibers, being like some Bruce Lee training, right? Where Bruce Lee was able to activate more of his muscles at the same time by practicing movement, by practicing repetition, and trying to develop like perfect a perfect execution of energy where energy is not wasted, right? That's what his goal was. That well, self mastery, self control in movement. He loved the idea of control, and I was getting that same idea from the training that I was heading to, but discovering Bruce Lee, the time when I did was very influential towards the path that I'm walking on. But yeah. So basically, the idea is right. The training is there for the actual development of the strength, and then this program that I'm developing, right, Thano Stead, is supposed to be like the mental conditioning for it, because you're not going to be able to you can't do what you don't think you can do, what you don't believe you do. So if you condition your mind, and if you can reach that point that I was talking about, the room of creation, and you're able to just visualize yourself in first person, right? And it should be easier to do in that room just because you're like literally think about yourself being God in that room, right? You're able to do anything you can put your mind to. You could become a fucking building if you wanted to. You could imagine a whole life if you wanted to, as long as you're imaginative enough, right? And you're able to put in detail into it. It's really weird. Your sensory becomes really what's the word? It becomes very what's the word I'm trying to look for? It feels really real. It's very um it feels really weird. It feels fake as fuck, but you could feel the touch. Like if you imagine fucking someone in there, like you feel the warmth from your dick, nigga. Like no lie, it's from experience, nigga. I'm telling y'all the truth. But yeah, so I'm going to develop that a little further. I do have one already developed, right? It's called Fat PP. It's called Fat PP. It's called trend phasing. What was it? Fat PP. Phasing hands through the physical plateau. Fat PP. Phasing hands against the physical plateau. Yeah, Fat PP. That's what it stands for, right? And I made that one for desires, right? So you do that one, you picture desire, and you just walk towards it. It can be something you do once a month, once a day, depending on how you want to experience it or how you want to use it, you just use it. But it is supposed to develop. It's really cool because it becomes a source of training in its sense, because you start to visualize yourself and imagine the things that you want to do or how you want to live, and you subconsciously start to form new neural pathways in your brain that actually starts to rewire how you act to get to that point, right? And it's all about consistency, but it's not like you have to do it every day. No, right? Just like, go at your own pace and you just have fun with it, because that's what it's supposed to be. That's the only way it'll work too. If you can have like genuine fun with it, because if you try and force yourself, you're not really not that you're not using it right, but you're missing its intention, right? Like and and this is part of the experiment too. It's an offhand experiment, but I'm testing out um quantum. I was gonna say embedment, quantum embedment, right? Or quantum connection. Just if we're able to have these thoughts and intentions and put them on to certain things, right? So like, let's say I make a flower for a girl, and like a bow flower, right? Like a ribbon flower, right? And I make it for her, and I have the intention of true love, and she receives it and she feels that too. Is that because the point is that you're able to like put intention onto things, because in the quantum field, that's actually what's happening, right? You're embedding a certain energy to the item, making the item, um you know sorry guys, I'm fucking distracted, but making the item enchanted almost, and it's really cool once you start to think about it, because if you really think about it, that's the who's going to tell you that that's not happening, right? If we really observe the world and how everything works, everything being energy and a form of light and a form of fucking just in general, like, nigga, like, if you really think about it, like, the sorcery shit, all of that shit, all of that shit from the past is just as real as anything we could do right now about that shit. Like, magic has always been real. It's just been misinterpreted to believe it's like something else. And that's not to say we can't reach that point of whatever the fuck we imagine it being, right? But I think the more like interesting part about this is the endless possibilities of how we can actually incorporate magic into our living. And and right now we're living in a time where, this shit might sound crazy to some of y'all, but if you understand where the world is going right now, then you should be a lot more open to, not to suggestion, but to the idea of thinking, right? The idea of like furthering developing your consciousness to attract more things to you, right? So if we think about it logically, right? Like the shit, like the law of attraction works because of your attention, and not just your attention, but your overall vibration, right? So the state you're in, if we all do that and we all think about one singular thing becoming real, then who's to say that shit won't become real, right? If we just keep on thinking that something's going to happen, it'll probably happen. Or like, if we look at this war, people complain about war all the time, but nigga, it's like people want to see war. People want to die, bro. People don't give a fuck. about anything but themselves. And it's not a bad thing. It's really not, because that's how we're programmed to be. So, it's like part of overcoming and part of growing is to see where you need to grow from, and knowing where you need to go, knowing what direction to walk towards. It's a different journey for everyone. Nobody's journey will ever be the same. But I think it's just important to realize that everybody's going through their own shit. So it's not really a bad thing to judge others, because what you're really doing is judging yourself. You're not judging them, you're judging yourself based on how you would act, and if you were in that situation, how you would feel. It's not really so much about the other person more than it is about yourself, because we can never really understand somebody, eh, except that they give all of themselves to us. But people rarely do that, and that's not people's fault. Trust right now in the world is it's very hard to come by, right? But it's not impossible. But it is something that I've noticed in the world that is like, it's really hard, right? Hard to trust people when all we focus on is all the bad thing that there is in the world, right? And it can be really intoxicating, because you start to literally believe that that's the whole world. The whole world is evil. The whole world is a piece of shit. The whole world is just fucking horrendous, and nobody actually wants to live in this world. And that's projected in the place in history we're at right now. It's like you start to look at all the things that are happening around us, the situations that we're actually in, and you start to see a pattern of like self-hatred, like literally. I don't And again, this is all projection, right? But it's I think it's important to see and to be able to look at the world like that, because it shows a part of you that you've been neglecting. So like, me hating myself, what does that mean? I hate myself. Well, what does that mean, right? Well, I don't actually hate myself, guys, right? I fucking love myself, right? But we have to hate ourselves to grow, right? So there's certain aspects about myself that I might be in love with, that I really like, and then there might be things that I need to not overcome, but learn to integrate and to accept, and to move on from, right? Because sometimes the worst thing we can do for ourselves is fight what we're feeling, instead of letting it be, and letting ourselves be who we're meant to be, right? Yeah. So that's kind of my thoughts on it, just offhandedly. I don't know why the fuck I started talking about that. I'm being completely honest. I kind of forgot why. Oh, mama. Ain't that in and out that I thought I've been waiting a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Fuck, nigga, I went the wrong way, you stupid bitch ass nigga. All right, guys. So do you guys dream at all, bro? Y'all be reading y'all dreams, dog. Like it be fascinating what you can get from your dreams if you learn how to read them correctly. It's really cool, because a lot of the times dreams aren't like fucking what they're literally telling us, right? Like if you, I'll tell you a dream I had, right? I had a dream where Jesus, right? Jesus. I'm not even playing. This nigga, um, okay. But let me tell you about the dream, right? So the dream started off like this. Um, I was in a room of nothing. It was well, not nothing. It was a room full of blackness, right? So a pure, what was the word? Creation, right? Pure creation energy, which is the the possibility of something, right? In the void of nothing, which was blackness, darkness. And from that darkness formed an eye, and that eye was my eye. But then it formed into my whole face, and then into my whole body, and then I was seeing myself in a third person view, looking at myself, and then it silhouetted, and Jesus was in front of me, and it started going like this, right? And I started seeing that nigga, and I was looking at him, and then he ate me. Then that nigga ate me, dog. No, that's a different dream. This nigga pulled his head off, right? Started bleeding and everything. And then this nigga eats my whole family without any remorse, without any hatred. This nigga just looked at peace doing that shit. Eating my whole family, bro, devouring them. Like, Like I remember in the dream, it was really surreal. It was really like it was really it felt calming, right? And what I received from that dream was in the void of blackness, right? Of the void in the pure possibility, pure creation, right? That can emerge from nothing, from the idea of something, right? So that was that's how I'm taking that. Jesus came up, and it's pretty important to realize what Jesus means in his dream, right? Because Jesus wasn't eating my family and tore his head off to like be evil and to like be like I'm evil, right? It's more of a representation of the state of mind that I was in, outgrowing, leaving the body, right? I was this was during a point when I was questioning a lot about death, but not in a bad way. It was just is death even real? Like I was really questioning that. Like I don't think death is real. I think we choose to die. And that sounds weird, but it's more like I don't think we age, right? I think we can live forever if we really wanted to, and I just don't believe that our cells have to age the way we think they do, right? Because if we start to think about um, quantum physics and shit, like nigga, like you're telling me that our observations and our like built-in beliefs affect the world around us and what things happen and how things work. So I was like, well, you know what? We discovered um that we discovered ourselves split and lose a little bit of themselves every time they split. But I was thinking maybe we think we observe that happening because we believe we age, and the only reason we believe we age is because we've seen others age because of stress and rah rah rah. You know, because a lot of this, literally a lot of stress comes from like the reason we age comes from stressing. Like it's not because we actually age, it's because we think we do. We think we age, we think we're going to have to grow old. We let other people tell us how someone at 50 is supposed to look, someone that looks 60 is supposed to look. Nigga, why can't they look young? Oh, cause science says what, nigga? Science has always been saying shit, and guess what, bro? Science can be wrong some fucking times. You've ever thought about that? Maybe science is less of a fact thing and more of a hey, look how this is how things worked right now. Maybe this is maybe we got to stop looking at science as a say all be all, you know, and just start to accept that maybe there's things outside of comprehension that we can't explain yet with science, that we can't explain yet with numbers, right? Maybe there's things out there that can't be measured the way we're measuring shit right now. And obviously that is the case, right? Because if you start to look at some of the I got a white bag. If you start to look at like some of the findings in the quantum field right now, like nigga, like embedment, quantum entanglement, fucking connection, nigga, you have quantum biology, nigga. What I'm saying is our brains are powerful enough to pick what the fuck we want, right? So what I'm saying is like maybe the scientists are right. Maybe the scientists are right. And we are creating our universe every time we think, every time we look at something, we're creating the world that we see, right? Because if you close your eyes, how do you know anything is there? You don't know anything is there, right? You just think it's there. And that belief is what's holding us bounded to this realm. But is that a bad thing? I don't think so, but it is something to look into, right? Because it is pretty interesting, right? Because let's actually start to take what I'm saying a step further and talk about superpowers, right? Nigga, this leaves the chance for like superpowers to be a real fucking thing, right? Because if the human mind can adapt to what we believe and what we think and feel, more importantly feel, right? Think about it like thinking is the direction and feeling is the gas, right, in a car. So you need both of them in order to manifest the thing, right? And don't be fool. And we have this notion right? And this is why I was saying about science too, because it's like it's kind of tied to that. But if we keep on believing that that only what's measurable is real in the world, how the fuck are we going to keep on furthering developing ourselves, nigga? How are we going to keep on growing if we just get stuck believing that, hey, what we see is what we have and it's what we get? There's nothing else besides this. Like, nigga, we obviously know that's not fucking true, right? Because you start to look at fucking at quantum again, at quantum shit, nigga. And it's like, dude, there's so much shit happening behind the scenes that we don't fucking know and don't even fucking think about. It's all being done subconsciously. Subconsciously, it's all being done to law, right? It's all its own being, its own consciousness, and it's further developing and expanding, right? So what I wanna tell you is why think small right now, right? Right now we're living in a actual conscious renaissance, right? Really think about that shit, bro. We're in the space and time right now where anybody can do the impossible. Gee, all you need to do is really put your fucking mind to it. And yes, it really is that easy. It really is that easy. But the hard part doesn't come from sticking to it. The hard part comes from other people because we let other people do our thinking for us instead of, just thinking for ourselves. And it's not a bad thing because we need that tension in order to keep on pushing ourselves. It's not so much that we want to prove people wrong, that we want to prove ourselves right. And it's not egotistical or narcissistic if you genuinely know that it can happen, genuinely know that it can be a real thing. So right now isn't the time to be putting each other down. Right now, it's actually the time to be pushing each other in our crazy ideas. Nigga, really think about this shit, bro. Like really think about this shit. We could all be superheroes if we really wanted to. We could all be gods if we really wanted to. Who's stopping you from being a fucking god? The Bible says there's only one God and I need to pay respects to him and suck his cock. Like, nigga, no. Nigga, no. Nigga, no. What if you're your own God, nigga? What if you're your own fucking God? And people just don't want you to know. Why don't they want you to know? Maybe because it's too powerful. Maybe because if you think you're your own God, you won't be able to like, get baited into buying their shitty project, right? Their project, conduct, product. Their shitty product. It's like, come on. Let's be real now. If we started doing our own thinking, we wouldn't be in this fucking mess that we're in right now, right? Right? If we all just like, hey, I don't think this is right. I'm going to do something about it. Yeah, literally. So why keep following the crowd? Just think for yourself. Hey, you think I'm fucking crazy? Hey, good. If you don't understand what I'm saying, good. No, that should make you wanna fuck. Not fuck, guys. Guys, I don't wanna fuck you guys. Guys, I don't wanna fuck you guys. I really wanted that dagger. I really wanted that dagger. I got the moves like dagger. I got the moves like dagger. What did that nigga get? Who cares? Damn, so we got two white bags, guys. Oh my god, guys. Two white bags in a row, guys. Guys. I'm playing with death and I don't even care. I'm so close to her that I can smell her hair. But death don't got hair. Because she's dead. I'ma go. I'ma go. Mad. 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 Give me that shit, boy. Give me that shit, boy. Damn, guys, so I hope you guys are enjoying your 420 as much as I am, right? I fucking woke up, jerked the fuck off, and now I'm here. Shit. Now I'm here. Shit. A young nigga hustling. Not even, I'm just having fun. Who the fuck needs to hustle? Who the fuck? Uh, sorry, guys. I I just don't like hustle culture. I'm gonna be completely real. This whole idea of always having to be fucking doing something for monetary gain, right? It's fucking frustrating, G. Holy shit. It is so annoying because it's like you can't enjoy your life for 2 seconds, nigga. You're telling me you always gotta be on the grind for that loot. Like I get money is important. I get money is like pretty cool and all. Like you can buy shit with money and whatever the fuck. But like, damn, don't you ever just want to do shit for yourself and just fucking live your life, nigga? Like, my life is getting money, nigga. I mean, cool, bro, but you know, I don't know. I'd rather do something else. But hey, that's not the diss. Honestly, if you that's just for you, nigga, go ahead. You know, everybody got their own path, bro. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you want, for real. Some sick ass niggas gonna be like, I want a kid. And I'm gonna be like, dude, what the heck? That's a little bit too far. Alright, guys, I'm actually gonna go eat after this, so I'll hop on in a little bit. Or should I? Yeah, it's 3:30. I gotta eat. Alright, I haven't ate shit. I need to go make me a coffee. It's like early morning right now. It's not early morning right now. Nigga, it is 3 in the fucking. It is 3 in the